Hello and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon video with me, Bubblebox, and today we are doing a standard game. I'm playing with Jarek Moon, Wikyu, and myself against RFA, SS Cub, Piex and Rugged. We're on the map Gunboat Diplomacy. It's a mixed sea land map. I am playing with the USA deck and I'm going over to Delta to try to control Delta with my Abrams command tank. Moon is, I think, also playing a USA deck. He'll be heading over to Gulf. Wikyu is playing a Eurocore deck, so he'll be fighting with the French and the West Germans. He's heading over to the centre as well, because this is where all the action tends to take place on these maps. Although there's often some sort of going around the edges occurring as well occasionally. And Jarek, I believe, is playing a pure West German deck over on the right here. He's over on the right to start with. So let's get this game underway. So I'm starting off with a couple of Black Hawks with some light riflemen in, which I'm going to be sending up over towards Delta. Get my Abrams into position, and I'm bringing quite a lot of chaps up, some of the cheaper ones and some of the more expensive ones as well, to try and get some air superiority going over here in Delta so they can't bomb all our units. Now Wikyu is going to be heading up, trying to take control of these buildings up here, and he's going to be supported by Moon, who's dropping off a command into Echo on his way forward. In the meantime, Jarek is going to be taking control of Bravo for its 2 points, and it looks like he's going to try and head straight over the bridge, which is always a bit risky, but if he feels... oh no, his Kylers are peeling off. He's actually smoking this little group of towns here, so it looks like he's going to try and make a bit of an assault early on across the bridge into Charlie, whilst Wikyu is making an assault into these buildings, which are always very closely contested in the early parts of these maps, especially on Conquest. Now, I'm not a great lover of Conquest. I like playing it now and again, but normally I like Total Destruction, but I'm going to play a bit of Conquest. Might need to mix it up and try all the different types of gameplay. Don't want to stick to the same old thing over and over again. It gets a bit boring. So it looks like they've got some units in here, so he needs to drop out his infantry. He's lost 3 squads. He's managed to drop them out right on top of these Conkers, so he should take the Conkers out, but he's surrounded by enemy. But he does manage to take out that Conker squad probably out of that building, although... are they trying to micro those Conkers out? They are indeed. So it's a nice little bit of play there. So his Hemi shoots are a little bit exposed there now. But he has managed to get nice control of Bravo and distract them a little bit across in Charlie. Now most of the action is going on here. They're getting some units across the bridge into these areas here. I'm just trying to micro my light riflemen so they can get some shots off onto these armoured personnel carriers. Some rifleman 90s over there for Moon. They are stunned. They've got nice RPGs. Should be able to take down their armoured trucks fairly easily, and they've got some nice close quarters machine. Has it got no? Has this got close quarters machine? No, it hasn't got close quarters machine gun. My apologies. But we're getting a VAB across here in support by Wikyu, and we've got an Abrams here supporting with its main gun as well. So these riflemen, although they're under a lot of pressure, are getting a lot of support from the units nearby. Even these riflemen here are joining in on the fight, and my light riflemen trying to get forward to get some angles on them as well. So they're kind of doing okay, but mainly because of all the support they got in there. They're down to 1 health now, so we might lose some eyes on some of these, although we've still got this M113A1 here as well. This one rifleman is doing quite well. I don't know how he's staying alive, but he is. Looks like we've got some fire support coming up from Moon. Managed to also land some lad stingers. My riflemen have just crept forward into this building. Those riflemen finally go down, which means we lose sight on their units. There's some Shreznets trying to just sneak across the river here, but we've got some cavalry scouts there, and some Tornado ECR and some Etendards coming in to take out that Shreznet. Oh, actually it just misses. What a shame. So we're lighting up these motor Strelki again. Assault engineers just running them all the way forward so they can jump into the same building as these VDVs and use their napalm launchers if they get a chance, if they get unstunned. Although he's actually moving them out now. I've got my riflemen attacking them again. We've got support from the VABs here. These VABs doing a nice job with their autocannon and this Abrams with its main gun. We've got some riflemen 90s now as well moving into these trees. These Rifleman 90s, really nice kind of infantry squads for not too much money, with their nice rocket propelled grenades that do a 19 AP power. Will take out those Shresnets no problem once they get close enough. There we go. Takes them out, brilliant. And he's also pushing his other Rifleman 90s across the bridge to try and get into these buildings to see what the enemy have got there. And looks like Jarek's switching his attention across to this part of the map as well, now that he's got Bravo nice and secured, getting a few Leopards into position. Leopard 2, so they can't get across these bridges anywhere. Nothing's happening on the sea, by the way. So I'm bringing in a bunch of Marines to try to consolidate our position over here in Delta and perhaps do a push across over into Delta. I've got my chaps into a decentish position, a little bit behind the lines, but I don't really want to lose them, so they're there in case they start to bring any planes out. Although I have spotted, yep, there's a Raphael for us. In fact, it's Wikiu's Raphael flying around in the background there, just keeping any of their planes from flying close to us. There's an Mi-24V there, although we haven't really got anything air near for it to take. Well, it has got all its rocket pods, I suppose. Just trying to take out those riflemen and doing a nice job of doing just that. So we have got a command. Is that actually in the sector? I think it is in the sector, yeah. A little Iltis command there. So they must have a command either in these buildings here or in the trees. So my infantry coming forward. There's some LVTPs with some fire support units from Moon as well. Unload my Marines. Get my LVTPs in some sort of position. And just get them into the buildings ready for a push across eventually, hopefully across, and also to prevent them excuse me, coming across, because I imagine they have got infantry in these buildings in Delta, although they certainly haven't got a command in there as yet. So I was taking some fire from somewhere there. I'm not sure where it was. Most of my units are fairly well back. I've got these. I'm just going to drop off these guys, and it looks like Moon is making a little charge across this bridge, trying to take them a little bit by surprise, and he's artillerying their position back here. This Mi-8T there probably dropped off a command somewhere, probably in this building. That's probably carrying a command, and as I see that Moon has gone across this little bridge here, he's managed to drop off some Rifleman 90s, and he's pushing his LVTPs right across his R-Amphibious. Got some Strellas there attacking his Tornado ECR. Is it dropping? No, it's not. I'll get my LVTPs across to try to support Moon's attack here, and I'll push these other two across when I know it's fairly safe to get them across. Looks like we're having to pull back our command out of Gulf after it's taken some fire, so it gives them the point in Gulf there, just puts them in a point in the lead, although we are in the lead overall still. Get my Marines unloaded and into the buildings here in the corner. There's the command, as suspected, right up in the corner, taking fire. LDV 90s, just bring my LVTPs. These might not last that long because these VDV 90s have got some nice RPGs. In fact, they're just trying to micro it to get an angle, really, more than anything else. And it's managing to get its grenade launcher underway, but it's taken by a side shot from something over here. Probably there's a couple of tanks in these buildings here. These LVTPs firing away. Looks like if I can just get my LVTPs nice and close and unload. If it's not taken out already, it's going to get taken out. It's been taken out already, in fact. Oh, they have got another command over here, this Brom 2U, which my other Marines on the other side should be able to take out nicely, just right there on cue. So that was a nice, rapid and successful attack as a couple of Tornado IDSs come in just to finish the job. Finish off the last of their units in Delta. And you can see we've taken complete control of Delta as we continue just to try and consolidate and bring in Super S and Dynamic Go. That T-80B takes it out. Very nice indeed. One dead T-80B with one shot from that Super Etendard. They have got some nice AA over here, I've just noticed though. So, take a breath. This was quite an intense game, I have to say. It went really fast. It seems to go faster when you're actually playing it than when you're commentating on it. We're just getting this Iltis command forward again, just trying to hide it right up against this building so that it's in a little bit of cover. I've got some Mistrals out there, some Mistrals in front there to protect it from the air as well. It's pretty damaged, but it should do the job. Bring some Man-Hakatias up as well. So, on the right side, no sea, no action on the sea to worry about. Leopard's in full control over in Bravo with a little bit of AA over there as well. So the main battle continues over here. So another the Tornado ECR going in. Yet again trying to take out, probably I think it took out that Tunguska. Yeah, takes out a Tunguska and I think it gets away. My Raven's flying over now. Takes some shots from the Shresnets, but should get away without too many problems. Gets evac, so it looks like there's no more turned on radar over this particular area. So I do start to bring out some planes now just to try and support the pushes. There was a command, a recon there. I think we just got that. His Hemi Schutzen will take care of that anyway. The Raphael's getting a little bit closer to our front, still circling nicely in the background. Some Shresnets there get taken out by Moon's armour personnel carriers, as it would do, because those Spetsnaz. There's a Nighthawk going in. Not sure what I spotted there, but oh, it's probably just attacking those infantry. And gets out nicely. A couple of Phantoms going in as well from me. There is some unit. Oh, got a lock on there. I think the Phantoms both got out. Managed to drop completely flat on this town with napalm. So once that burnage stops, we should be able to move some units up into there. And indeed, I do start to move forward my riflemen, light riflemen. In the meantime, Jarek has brought some more units up, some more infantry in these little armoured personnel carriers, and they respond by bringing in their own armoured personnel carriers in these nice little BTRs with their fairly long range machine guns on these things. You can see 1,400 range, and they're decent against choppers as well. So they've got a nice long range. They're using that range to quite good effect. They've got a Brom 3 here as well and a T-72 MV1. So although we've got a nice defensive position, it's difficult to push forward because of the range of their units here. But there is a Super Etendard coming in. It's sneaking around the side, looking to go in for the kill. It's going to take something out. What's he aiming at? He's just taking the... Oh, he took the tank out of the back. Very nice. Targeted that T-64 and completely destroyed it. My Raven goes over again. There's a something down here. Did I get taken out then? I think I did survive. I'm not quite sure. There is a long range. Oh, my Eagle's coming in for a bombing run. And drops just a little bit too far in front of their units, but did stun them nicely. It gives his Hemi Schutzen a little bit of chance. And there's another Tornado RDS coming in as well. Oops, I lost it there. My apologies. Which hopefully is slightly better aimed. Looks a lot better. Going to hit these buildings. And some artillery going in there at the same time. So very, very nice indeed. And should be able to unload these from Moon and move forward and hopefully try to take these buildings. Again, these BTRs with their long range machine guns are doing some damage with this Brom 3. Has he got another tank coming forward there? That's just another armoured car. I've got some recon going around the side just to try and sneak up there. I've got a recon around the sides. I've got anti-air around the side just to stop them flanking us. Nothing happening in C, nothing happening in Bravo. All the actions over here in Gulf and north of Delta at the moment. Spot a couple of bucks there. So they're the things that have been shooting at us. And Admiral Awesome, I've played with him before, he's a decent player. I think he's been microing his radar because my Raven hasn't been shooting at those bucks. Now there's there's a bunch of tornadoes coming in. There's an anti-radar tornado now. Will that spot those bucks? And you can see those bucks. I wasn't shooting at those bucks. Maybe it was just because it was out of ammo or something. But looks like we're pounding this area now, and I send in my Marines and my light infantry across the bridge. My Nighthawk is now going to have a go at those bucks. See if we can take those bucks out as it's reloading. Hopefully it will get out. Get stunned luckily, and then the big bombs hit and end of those bucks. And my Nighthawk just gets out, took a bit of damage. Hopefully I'll unload my recon, and my Phantoms have just dropped as well all over these buildings, lighting them up, and my Marines and light riflemen just getting across into these buildings as well. So must have dealt them a lot of damage with all those airstrikes. They will be lacking AA now. Because we destroyed those two bucks and we destroyed their Tunguska, which was sitting over at the back here as well. It looks like their Shresnet's been taken out. As my Eagle comes back in for another bombing run, hopefully we can take out these BTRs that have been doing so much damage to us and getting in our way. And indeed we do. A couple of nice bombs drop smack on top of them, and my LVTP opens up on this stunned tank. His Spetsnaz come out of the buildings, get taken out immediately. I did unload my recon so we can see what I've got back here as well. Not a lot of AA. A couple of Thunderbolts I've got just hanging around here. Probably going to attack these T-62 and the Brom 3 hopefully in a minute, if I remember they're there. Yep, in they go now. My Marines are having a tough time here against these sappers. A little bit close to those sappers for my liking, as the Thunderbolts come in against their armoured trucks. I don't target anything in particular, just let them loose with their nice self-guided missiles, which do the best they can, and they get out. There's a Yak 141 coming in attacking my Thunderbolts, but hopefully they'll get out. They're pretty slow, as the Raphael that's been circling in the background takes its moment to attack these Yak 141s. There's an Su-27 PU, and the Raphael wins the day on that, as the rocket comes right up its ass and it takes that and manages to get out. Very, very nice. In the meantime, it looks like we've pushed across the river and we're going to take out this Brom 2U command. Who's this? This is Moon. He's done an amphibious attack across into the forest here. So hopefully that's nice and stunned that Brom 2. As soon as his riflemen catch up, they're going to take that out as his Panzer Grenadiers go for the tank. And Jarek's pushing across the river as well. His Leopard 2 got taken out there. He is smoking, so he's smoking the areas where they're likely to have ATGMs in the hope that he can get his Leopard 2s across and push forward and find the command in Charlie, as we continue to try just to get rid of this last bits of resistance in these buildings. They're still trying to come forward and take us out of these buildings. My Phantom 2s, you can see, coming in once again, going to drop right on top of these Motor Strelki and these Pakotas and the VDVs. Another nice napalm hit by the Phantom 2s. Should do for those guys, especially as I've got some Marines here and some Marines sitting here as the guy leaves, just to mop up what's left. And my Navy SEALs keeping an eye on everything at the back there, although it might have been spotted by this Brom 3 now who's going towards my Navy SEALs. So it could be the end of them. In the meantime, looks like Moon's taken out that Brom 2U command. Getting some support from this PAH, nice PAH-2 Tiger recon chopper there, very, very nice. And we're pushing everywhere now. Moon's gone across the river to take this little town here. He's also gone across the river here to take out here. I'm continuing a little push forward here with the help of lots of air support. Looks like my Navy SEALs are going down, and it looks like Jarek's managed to push forward nicely into Charlie. He's got an Akula. He's got some flak panzers out here though, should take care of that Akula. He's got 2 flak panzers to support his push forward with his Leopard 2s. He's even got some recon, so getting a nice view. There's a T-80A there. He's got another flak panzer back here which he could bring forward. Oh, there's a T-80UM as well, so this is going to be interesting. There's Leopard 2s using their stabilizers to fire. Other than these T-80s are static, so they're a bit of an advantage. One of the Leopard 2s goes down. Not sure who's got the fire power to get past both of these. One of the T-80s goes down. We've got one more T-80U here. Another one of the Leopard 2s goes down, unfortunately, leaving with just one. And there's also another tank coming down, takes that out. So they do manage to survive that. Got 2 T-80UMs there, 2 big tanks. And there's an attack on them, though. The Peter Rind gets 2 big rockets in the face of the T-80UM. It does survive, down to 1 health, so they're going to have to pull those back now if they don't want to lose them. In the meantime, we continue to shove forward. My Marines that I've had all the way since back here near the beginning of the game, remember, they start to go forward yet again to try to get into this block of buildings this time. My chaps have managed to catch up a little bit with the front line. I've lost one of my chaparrals somewhere along the line, and the last of their players quit. So a very nice game. I wanted to show this because it was a really hectic game to play. It doesn't look as fast when you do it on the replay, but when you're playing and trying to micro everything around, it's pretty hectic for everyone concerned. So nice teamwork there. Thanks to Jarek, Moon, Wikiu, Bubblebox, RFA Admiral, SS Cub, PX and Rugged Man for playing that game. I hope you enjoyed it. A nice bit of Conquest for a change. Please do comment, like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these videos. I'll be doing a lot more videos now the new year's over. I'll get back to maybe putting 3 or 4 up a week. I hope that's the plan, and doing a little bit of streaming maybe a couple of times a week as well. Look out for that. I'll put some details on the channel about that soon, and I'm hoping to start a Steam group with my subscribers so we can maybe get together maybe once every week or 2 weeks and all play together in balanced teams. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in that, and we'll try and sort out a day every couple of weeks or every week to try and get together. And if we only have 2 people, we'll play 1v1s. If we have 4, we'll play 2v2s. If we get 20, we'll play 10v10s, and we'll balance the teams so that it's nice and fair and good for the beginners as well. So thanks very much for watching. Please do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.